Welcome to another enlightening session. Today we delve into a topic that has puzzled parents for centuries: how to teach your child obedience. Now, the concept of obedience may seem straightforward, but it's a complex, multifaceted topic that can be daunting for many. It's not just about getting your child to follow instructions, but also about helping them develop a sense of discipline, respect, and responsibility. In this discussion, we will explore the importance of teaching children obedience, not just for maintaining harmony at home, but for their future interactions in the world. And what better guide can we have than the Bible? A timeless source of wisdom, it offers profound insights and principles that can illuminate our understanding of obedience. So, whether you're a new parent navigating the choppy waters of child-rearing, or a seasoned one looking for a fresh perspective, stay tuned for some insightful tips. Before we delve into teaching obedience, we must first understand what obedience truly means. Obedience is often seen as a concept that's all about control, with the one obeying having no say or freedom. But let's take a moment to revisit our understanding of obedience, especially in the context of the Bible. Ephesians 6 verse 1 states, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right." This verse isn't about making children follow orders blindly. Instead, it's about teaching them the value of listening, respecting, and following guidelines that are set for their well-being. When we talk about obedience, we are talking about instilling values and principles that guide a person's actions. It's not about control. It's about teaching children to make wise decisions, to respect authority, and to understand the consequences of their actions. Consider the concept of obedience as a compass, guiding your child towards right behavior. As parents, it's our responsibility to set the right course, to give them the tools they need to navigate life. And that's where obedience comes in. It's a tool, a guide that helps them understand what's right and what's wrong, what's beneficial and what's harmful. Obedience doesn't mean a lack of freedom. Quite the contrary, it's a path to true freedom. When children learn to make wise decisions, they learn to be free within the boundaries of what's right and good. They learn to respect others and themselves. They learn to live in a community, understanding their responsibilities and rights. And let's not forget, obedience is also about trust. It's about a child trusting their parents' wisdom and experience. It's about parents trusting their child to make the right choices. It's this mutual trust that forms the bedrock of a healthy relationship between parents and children. Remember, the aim is not to create robots, but to raise responsible individuals. Teaching obedience is about helping your child grow into a person who can make wise decisions, respect others, and contribute positively to society. It's about raising individuals who can stand up for what's right, even when it's hard. That's the true essence of obedience. Now that we have a better understanding of obedience, let's explore some biblical principles for teaching it. These principles are not just rooted in faith, but have been time-tested and proven effective in instilling obedience in children. First, let's consider Proverbs 22:6, which states, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." This wisdom underscores the importance of leading by example. As parents, we are the first role models our children have. Our actions speak louder than any sermon or lecture. If we demonstrate respect, kindness, patience, and yes, obedience in our own lives, our children are more likely to emulate these traits. Yet leading by example is just the start. The Bible also highlights the significance of consistent discipline. Proverbs 29:17 advises us, "Correct your son, and he will give you peace. Yes, he will give delight to your soul." This is not about punishment, but about guidance and correction. Discipline should be consistent, fair, and should always serve to instruct and guide the child towards better choices. And let's not forget the importance of loving communication. Ephesians 6:4 instructs parents, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord." This reminds us that our words and actions should be filled with love and understanding. We should communicate our expectations clearly, but also listen to our children's thoughts and feelings. In doing so, we teach them not only to obey, but also to respect others and value their perspectives. These biblical principles provide a firm foundation for teaching obedience. They remind us that obedience isn't about control, but about guiding our children towards becoming responsible, respectful, and loving individuals. These principles aren't easy to implement. They require patience, consistency, and above all, love. Yet, when followed, They can make the journey of parenting not just a responsibility, but a joy and a blessing. These biblical principles provide a strong foundation for teaching obedience. With these principles in mind, how can we practically implement them in our daily lives? First and foremost, setting clear rules is crucial. It's like creating a roadmap for your child to follow. Ensure that your rules are simple, understandable, and relate to your child's age and understanding level. It's equally important to explain the reasons behind these rules. Let them know that rules aren't just arbitrary demands, but they are there to protect and guide. Remember, children are more likely to obey rules they comprehend and see the value in. So, whenever you're setting a rule or a boundary, take the time to sit down and have a conversation with them. Explain why it's important, what it means, and how following it will positively impact them. Next, consistency is key. If you've set a rule, be sure to follow through with it. If there's a consequence for breaking a rule, make sure it's consistently enforced. This way, your child will learn that actions have consequences, and they'll understand the importance of abiding by the rules. However, it's not just about rules and consequences. It's also about patience and understanding. Teaching obedience is not a one-time event, but a process. There will be good days and not so good days. There will be times when your child will make you proud by demonstrating obedience, and times when they will test your patience. During these moments, remember to stay calm and patient. Understand that your child is still learning, still growing. Instead of reacting negatively, use these instances as teachable moments. Encourage, guide, and explain again if necessary. Your patience and understanding will not only help your child learn obedience, but also build a stronger bond with you. And finally, remember to lead by example. Let your actions reflect the values you want your child to learn. After all, children often learn more from what they see than what they are told. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. With love, patience, and guidance, you can successfully teach your child obedience.